I'm going for broke, yeah, I'm all in. It's all on the table, let's sink or swim. I'm ready to lay it on the line, yeah. But it's like every move I get shut down. I'm down for the count, falling to the ground. Now you gotta tell me just what you want, just what you want, just what you want. And don't let me walk on broken water. Don't make me push it any further. Why do you wanna make it?
Welcome back. Oh yeah. Welcome back, guys. Baby corn spears. Yep. You guessed it. We've tried corn. We've tried other stuff potentially. Again, I've said this in a few videos. I'm making a lot of these videos around the same time with no idea what time I'm releasing them, so I don't know what I have and haven't released at this point in time. But you can see in this tin, you get quite a collection of bits of baby corn. Different patterns, little different thicknesses, tapering down to a different end. What I'm going to do is try and make some lures out of baby corn. And this is a recommendation from my cousin, Rishi Hana from up north, I don't see very often. Messaged me after seeing the corn cobs and said, why don't I do baby corn? And I went, what a bloody brilliant idea. So, what are we going to try and make? We've got to figure out how we can re-core this and make this buoyant. And I want to make surface popper for, say, brim and whiting and that sort of stuff, tailor or whatever, and then possibly a trout lure out of corn cob and resin. Now, this is going to be one of those videos where I make a couple at a time. They can be a little bit longer sometimes, but there's a lot more in them, so hang around. We're going to make one of the lures as is. We're just going to dry it out, resin it, our clear resin and corn cob like that. We're going to try and dry another couple out and pull the kernels off these and do them the same as the normal corn cob lures, but obviously a lot smaller. So we're going to probably make, I want to say 4 or 5 of these in a couple of different ways, and then see what we can come up with. Diving lures, surface poppers, walkers for bass and stuff. Anyway, we're going to make some baby corn spear lures. Let's jump into it. I don't know how solid the center of this is going to be, and like with the big ones, whether that's going to shrink. So this whole this whole baby corn spear, once dried out, could be only the size of that core at the moment. I'm really struggling with what to re-core these with. 6mm, a 5 or 6 mil dowel would be perfect to re-core that down to a point. Obviously down this end it's not going to work. They're already starting to dry out. I think they're going to shrink. I probably want to leave a couple as is and see how they go without a re-core. Then I want to re-core the rest. That's where we're at. We're just sort of winging it. So another one of those things, guys, learn as you go. I could stuff up this, but a tin of this is a couple of bucks and you get heaps. So if I mess this whole lot up and learn how to fix them and make them again, we'll make them again. The 4 I'm leaving out will have a tendency, they've got bends, and as they dry, I think they'll want to curl as well. What I'm going to try and do is skewer straight down the center on this straight bit of wire, and hopefully help, as that dries out, just keep it straight. Right, I'm going to give that a whirl because we've never done this obviously, so hopefully that'll help stop them warping. See how fat this one is. When I say corn cobs, baby corn spears. Alright, without taking any kernels off them. And the funny thing is they all dry differently. So this one, fat like this and then thins right out. This is one I re-cored, balsa core. The ones I put on the wire, there's next to nothing of them, right? But this one's like dried with like this spiral pattern, which could be really cool. They're hard to get off the wire, I don't want to damage them. So I'm going to resin them while they're on there. I'm going to resin them on this. Then the center is going to have a pre-drilled wire slot right through it. So that's a bonus. So I reckon I'm probably going to do 3 of the small ones. 3 and 4. We're going to do 3 and 4. We're going to do 7. Do we need to do 7? Yeah, let's do 7. Right, we're going to do 7. Hopefully they work. 20mm PVC pipes, exactly the same as the big corn cobs, but on a much smaller scale. You're going to hot glue them down, and obviously have them glued so they stand up. And we won't use as much because we'll be pouring that high in 20mm. So probably 7 lures. We might use 2 cups of resin, and I'm pouring another lure while I'm going, another crazy material lure which is hidden in that. There's 2 over there as well. You don't know what they are. Obviously they're corn cobs in the background there for bottle openers.
But I remember a time when our hearts burned. We held back the night and we owned the world. Can we find a way back? Find a way back. Can we find a way back? And don't let me walk on broken water. And don't make me push it any further. Why do you wanna make it wrong? I'm trying to hold on, so please. And don't let me walk on broken water. Don't let us sink into the darkness. I wish I could read what's on your mind. You're stepping out of line, can't deal. I don't know what to do.
Right, there's all 7 baby corns for the first trial batch. Just making sure it seals, starts going up, and we've left heaps of room above them for the bubbles to suck up. There won't be as much air in these because there's not as much to them, but we'll give them a vacuum to make sure we get all around the corn cobs anyway. So there they are, vacuumed, no leaks at the moment. I think most of it's just spilt. Leak wise it's looking pretty good. There's my upper lure. You might know what that is by now, you might not, who knows. But that came up cool. These colours I'm actually stoked with. So, and they vacuumed really well. So 3 days time we'll be able to have a look at them, see how they're going, and try and make some lures out of them. So tomorrow one of my mates gets out of lockup. Well, no, he's got out of lockup, and now tomorrow I'm fishing with him. Not lockup, lockdown. But he's the kind of bloke that could end up in lockup, so you know. Anyway, tomorrow I am fishing for trout with Mark Whitford and baby corn spear lures. Wire through, balsa center. I've got purple and blue, silver and green. So these are straight silver, straight green, purple and blue. What I'm going to do is attempt to knock at least one of these out tonight so that we can fish one tomorrow. Chances of that happening pretty slim, but we're going to give it a go. I'm thinking I'm going to try and make a stick bait, no bib, just cast it upstream and work it back, bang bang bang, and then see what happens. Anyway, let's get in, cut these out of their sheaths, and then have a look at what we're with and chuck them in a lathe and start spinning. Here we are with the first. You can see we got balsa. Oh, you can see we got balsa coming out here. That's where it's split up. That's going to be lighter than this side, so this will make this the belly. And that's going to be a good little size for whiting, broom trout, etc. So I'm going to lathe up the other. Then I'm going to zip the ends off this, and we're going to weight them. Get a grey lead and mark the belly, and then we'll start shaping them and see. Belly test. Oh, so they're going to float. Okay, light one. Floats as well, and definite belly. We know both of these float, and we know they have a defined belly. So I'm going to mark front and back. Front and back, and front and back. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, I'm certain to get these done tonight. For tomorrow I need to make them stick baits, both of them. So I'm just going to shape them down a bit, shape the top down, and concave the tail so there'll be resin on the belly as the weight, and then obviously hooks. And we'll see what we come up with just with the sander. We'll put some eyes on them, put some hardware on them, and good to go. Safety first. And sanded into shape, and they are looking pretty cool shape wise. I'm yet to determine whether the baby corn is going to have any impact scale wise, like a big corn cob. This is a crappy one that I've done, single wake snake thing, one of the very first ones I did. But even clear, this one bubbled and whatnot, you can very easily see the cool pattern. I just don't know whether these are going to come up. And like clear coating will really make everything pop and highlight. But we'll see. Looks like there might just be a bit too much resin on the green one. I don't want to take it down any more than that. It's getting fine as it is. So start marking out hardware for these. That's what we're up to. And we'll go from there. Just bear with me, I've got to find a drill and stuff. So, if you're not new to my channel, you will know what I'm doing right now. I'm going to make a loop this way and a loop that way to put into a hole that's in the belly, so the through wire that you just saw me drill, that goes through like that, right, it goes through the bait like that. This loop will be inside the bait, and that through wire will go through there, and then you've got a wire through bait without having to cut a slot and mess up the finish of the bait. I've said that a million times, but if you're new, you don't know. So that's what we're doing here. I use circlip pliers because they're round, and literally just pick the height that I want. Try and keep it tight, especially in a lure like this, because there is not a lot of room. So I'm just going to go like that. Side cutters, line up where you want to cut it, close your eyes, and then listen to it hit the wall over there somewhere. Wire there. And then what I've got is a loop that way and a loop that way. All right. So I'm going to drill a bit big enough to fit these loops in. I'm going to drop it into the drill press and drill these through so that they don't drill out the top. So I'll set the drill press so the drill stops right near the bottom, and I get a decent hole to work these in to work the wire through. So there we have it, through wire, right? So I'm going to give myself half of that because I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do. And now we start threading this one. See it in there. Pop that into there like that. We're through. And what that's doing. Bit of stuff in the way. Oh, there, stuff here picked up. And I'm not happy with that. I'm going to back it out. Turn this around. So you always find that you've twisted it so that it's more off one side. You want to face that to the back, and I did not pay attention to that when I was putting the wire in. Alright, so I got that one, I've got that one. They've got the loops for a hook in the center done. I've picked out some eyes and drilled some eye holes. I haven't done a whole lot without you. What we're about to do is put some epoxy in around the wires. Just some 5-minute epoxies, which will take about 20 minutes to dry. And then it'll be eyes and clear coat, and we won't know if these will swim until tomorrow. So hopefully there's no worries. So you get your epoxy, it's warmed up, I'll put it in front of the heater, wiggle your fittings around, just go berserker on them, and they'll work any air pockets out and work the resin right down in there, and that's what you want. And we're going to work the exact same thing on the green one. Now, I'd normally, if I wasn't in such a hurry, I'd dye this one green and that one white, and we'd all have a good time making it look pretty, but I just don't have the time for that tonight. So I'm just going to fill it with a clear, and it'll blend in pretty well anyway. Everything around it's green, so all white on the other one. Let that one sit, pick up the white one, we see it's sunk again, which is fantastic. It just means it's getting so much resin down in there, and that is exactly where we want it. I'm just going to keep repeating this process. I'll get back to you when I'm done. Well, I went inside and made a lasagna, and this seems to be touch dry, so because I want to use this tomorrow, we're going to clear coat them now, put them on the rotisserie overnight. In the morning we'll get up, we'll swim test them, and hope that they work. With fingers crossed from here, there's not much else we can do. It's dark, so you probably won't see the full effect, but so the pearlized white has left a little bit of a shine in there. That's cool. The effect definitely isn't as apparent as it is on the full corn cobs, but there is still this random sort of pattern that that looks cool. The green and the pearlized white have blended together in an unusual way. You know, there's like this corn have given it this random patterns on the top. Hopefully this looks pretty good when it's done. Oh, just shiny. Just makes it shine. reckon that's it. That darts really well, actually.
Yeah.
It'll work good in still pools and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
This one's more buoyant than the other one.
yeah, this pops up when you pull it, which is not bad. Can't hardly see it in there. That's going both ways. Today.
Yeah.
Righto. Sweet. Oh, we'll see you at the river.
I've been working day and night, just trying to get famous. Stay ahead or stay behind. Why don't we just roll with this? I'm a sucker for your swagger. Only Tuesday nights.
Clearly at the river. I've put on the white knight and I've given Mark the green one because I'm such a generous fella. So we're gonna do the baby corn spear fishing challenge. And if we don't catch anything on these, we'll just put on a normal lure and do a fishing trip. Let's go. Video. Yep. Oh yes! Yes!
On the corn.
Woo! On the baby corn spear lure. Yes! Yes! That is so good! Oh, that is awesome!
First fish on the board on the baby corn spear lure, is that right?
That's it.
On the green one, I told you which one better.
Come on. There's got to be one in there. Yo! Oh! Did you see that? He launched, had him, I dropped him. Oh, man. Right about there, he hit me. Oh, yes!
Nowhere! There, and he
just launched it. Yes! That is awesome! That was so cool! Righto. Little buddy. Oh, well behaved little buddy. Nice. Well, that's one each. So I just dropped one just out there, and then this one launched out from like right here somewhere, a little bit smaller. So that was 2 fish had to go in 2 casts or 3 casts? Three casts, I think. Anyway, that's a fish on each of the baby corn spear lures so far. If you want to see Mark's fish in more detail, he's going to have his obviously on his channel, so I'll link all that below. But we're going to keep going. We haven't really been here that long or gone that far, and we've started to have a bit of interest now, so hopefully we get a few more.
I see everything around me changing again and again. Can't stay cause it's fading gray. I feel everything inside me changes over and over again. Can't wait knowing that
Oh, yes, got him. Yep. Tiny little fella, I saw him follow it. Yes, it's just a tiny little brown. Nice. I just saw him follow it and I was like, oh, is he going to eat that or what? Well guys, that's two. That's two on the baby corn spear white, and Mark is only caught half that amount. Like, come on man, I've caught twice as many trout as you. So 1 to 2, a few nice follows and stuff. There's been a little bit of action, nothing crazy, but still heaps of fun. We're going to keep going for a little bit longer, try and get another 1 or 2 each, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh yes, 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 yes. That's not a bad fish. Watch out, man. He's getting around you. Oh yeah, that's a good fish.
Great fish. You got it?
Yep, yep. Look at the spots on him.
That is a beautiful.
That is amazing. That's a good fish. Busted the line. Anyway, it's getting warm, so we don't want to keep him out of the water for too long. So you notice we've got nets. We're not handling the fish too much. We can put him in the net and keep him in the water, and it's the best way to look after fish. Also secures, if that line had a snap while I was trying to pick it up, I would have lost my lure and lost the fish. I'm just going to put the slow-mo in here and let him just swim out of the net, I think. As Nate would say, be free. Fish number 3, and that's a cracker. Like, had to be 40 at least. Probably even, what, 42, 43? Yeah. Like a nice fish. Beautiful markings, released well. Couldn't ask for much more than that on the baby corn spear lures. So stoked with how these are going. Mark's landed a couple, I've landed 3, and couldn't ask for much more than that. This is a pretty high pressured area as well, and the fish are still hitting them. So yeah, we'll keep rolling up through this beautiful hole here. A fish just rose right up there too. Mark, fish just rose up the top. Yeah, so we'll keep fishing up this for sure. So fish just rose, so there's a chance of another fish in this hole anyway. So let's see how we go. I don't reckon it's sinking as quick as it did earlier. Oh yeah, you've got him! Yes!
Oh, that was sick. Did you just see him following that?
I was testing its sink rate. As I sunk it, I saw him, so I twerked it. Oh, he's not a terrible fish either.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Good fish. Yes.
Great.
He's nice. Am I filming on my head cam?
Yes.
Yes. Woo! Well, there he is, guys. Another little tasty morsel. Yeah, that's a nice one. Another good one. Oh, I lost it! Right there. Depending whether we keep going, and then we both watch the fish bloody launch up in the hole up here. Oh! I mean, blackberries galore. Oh, stinging blackberries. What a great idea they were. European settlers, hey? What this country needs is these things. Ow. 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 Put my hat back on. Alright, so I just showed you. Oh, there's one there too. I just showed you guys the blackberries in my hands. There'll be a few in my legs, and the ones I'm definitely not going to show you because I can feel them in my ass. Oh, I stood on a rock and it just rolled down the bank. Oh man, I have blackberries all in me, eh? Was that the fella that was jumping? We saw him from back there, and then I stood and fell and Mark wandered up. Oh man. Do you think crimson suits me, man, or what?
Yeah, oh wow. Sick, are they?
Love snakes. Red bellies are my, copperheads are my favourite. Red bellies are up there though. Look at him, off he goes. What a legend. What a legend little snake.
That's it. Oh, look at him swimming down there.
Oh yeah. He's going to take for a swim and back up, and he's going to hide himself in the rocks. We'll leave him be. We don't want to upset him too much, but yeah, I love them. Absolutely love them. Look, off he goes under the water. Boom. Fully swam. You see how, look, look at him. Look at him. What a ledge. Yeah. Yeah, they hunt frogs and stuff in the water, for those that don't know. He's wrapped in. I can see the back of him. He's gone and wrapped in around that plant, so he's hidden under the water, but he's not getting swept away. I will leave him be. What a legend. Anyway guys, that hold on, just got a bloody thorn right sticking into my ass cheek. Yeah, just something for you guys to know. Anyway, that's it. We've had a cracking day, believe it or not. That spill, it's getting worse. Oh, and I hurt my back on that spill. That spill is part of fishing, and that doesn't make this day any less awesome. Like,
oh no, it makes it better.
Yeah, end the day falling down blackberries like that, whatever, it's just part of the adventure, and we've still had an epic day, and I could do that every trip. It'd never stop me from coming out. It's just part of it, all right? So thank you for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. Personally, I am so stoked with these lures. I had the blanks made obviously, but I found out Mark was coming yesterday. So yesterday evening, literally I did stuff all day. In the evening I went out to the shed and decided I'm going to make 2 of these lures. I punched these out last night. They both work. They've both caught fish. 4 on mine, 3 on Mark's, few drops, few follows. And in this section of pressured river, that's good anyway. So guys, we really appreciate the support. It was a great day with Mark. Don't forget to go and check out his channel and his version of today's events. His fish will be in more detail on his channel, and it'll be from his perspective as well. So go check him out and give him a subscribe. Otherwise guys, why not hit the subscribe button, like it, share it, comment. We love hearing from you and we try to get back to you. Don't forget guys, to fish every opportunity. We will catch you in the next one.